Have you ever wondered how the roads are designed to ensure the smooth and safe travel? In this episode, we will explore different types of curves, key elements of curves, and the derivation of important formulas. All in just 10 minutes time. Welcome to Civil Guru. Our videos are available in multiple languages, including English, Spanish, French, Arabic, Hindi and Tamil now. Choose your preferred language from our playlist. If you find this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you. From this episode onwards, we will discuss curves in detail. Let's start by looking at the major types of curves. Major types of curves. Vertical curves. Vertical curves help ensure smooth vehicle movement when two roads with different slopes meet. These curves provide comfort and safety while traveling uphill or downhill. Horizontal curves. Horizontal curves allow vehicles to change direction smoothly when two different road alignments meet at a single point. These curves are essential for maintaining speed and stability. Now, let's explore the different types of horizontal curves. Types of horizontal curves. A simple curve. A simple curve is an arc that connects two straight road sections meeting at a point. This is the most basic type of horizontal curve. B. Compound curve. A compound curve consists of two simple curves with different radii that curve in the same direction. This type of curve helps when space constraints require gradual turns. C. Reverse curve. A reverse curve consists of two simple curves bending in opposite directions. It is used in situations where a road alignment needs a quick directional change. D. Transition curve. A transition curve, also called a spiral curve, has a gradually changing radius. It is placed between a straight road and a simple curve to improve safety. This type of curve is especially useful when the simple curve has a small radius and requires the use of superelevation. Superelevation, why roads are tilted. When a vehicle turns, it experiences two forces. Gravity, which pulls the vehicle toward the ground. Centripetal force, which helps the vehicle stay on the curved path. For smaller radius curves, the centripetal force increases, making turns difficult. To counteract this, roads are slightly tilted in the crosswise direction at a calculated angle. This tilting is known as superelevation, which improves vehicle stability and driver comfort. Now, let's break down the key components of a simple curve. Curves are used to connect two straight roads that meet at different directions. Point of intersection, IP or O, the location where two straight roads meet. Deflection angle, theta, the angle formed between the two straight roads. Point of curve, tangent point 1 or T1, the starting point of the curve. Point of tangent, tangent point 2 or T2, the ending point of the curve where the road continues as a straight path. Chord length, see the straight line distance between T1 and T2. Midpoint of chord, the center of the chord length. Apex distance, the distance from the midpoint of the curve to the intersection point. Versine, the distance from the midpoint of the curve to the midpoint of the chord. Key rules in curve design. The radius of the curve is always perpendicular to the tangent line. The included angle at the curve center between T1 and T2 is always equal to the deflection angle. To simplify calculations, we imagine a straight line connecting the intersection point, the midpoint, and the curve center. This line bisects the chord at a right angle, forming a right-angled triangle. And the angle between the starting of the radius to this imaginary line is theta divided by 2. And the distance from midpoint to tangent point is half of the chord, which is c divided by 2. Now, let's derive some key formulas using basic trigonometry. Curve length, L. The perimeter of a full circle is 2 times pi times radius, covering 360 degrees. The perimeter of a semicircle is pi times radius, covering 180 degrees. The length of an arc in a semicircle is proportional to its angle. Curve length, L, equals pi times radius divided by 180 degrees, multiplied by theta. Tangent length, TL. Considering this right-angled triangle as showing in the screen. In a right-angled triangle, tan theta divided by 2 is the ratio of the opposite side to the adjacent side. Here, the opposite side is the tangent length and the adjacent side is the radius. Formula: tangent length, TL, equals radius multiplied by tan theta divided by 2. Apex distance, E. Using the same right-angled triangle. Using trigonometry, cos theta divided by 2 equals the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. Here, the adjacent side is the radius and the hypotenuse is the distance from the curve center to the intersection point. Now, the hypotenuse OC equals to radius r divided by cos theta by 2, which is also known as r secant theta by 2. Now, the apex distance equals to r divided by cos theta by 2 minus radius, or r into secant theta by 2 minus radius. Formula: apex distance, E, equals radius multiplied by secant theta divided by 2 minus radius. Radius, r. While designing the curve, most of the cases, we may know the apex distance from the field. Then, with the help of that, we can calculate the radius, which is hypotenuse OC minus apex distance, which gives the radius of the curve. Long chord length, C. Now, considering this new right-angled triangle, sin theta divided by 2 is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Here, the opposite side is half of the chord length, and the hypotenuse is the radius. Formula: chord length, C, equals 2 times radius multiplied by sin theta divided by 2. Midordinate or versine, M. By using the same right-angled triangle, cos theta divided by 2 is equal to the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. Formula: midordinate, M, equals radius minus radius multiplied by cos theta divided by 2. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe now and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to press the bell button for updates. Thank you.